up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Kevin Jackwitz here with the Cage Review, and I'm about to review WWE Raw, and this is for June 4th, 2018. Now, the last couple of weeks, Raw has been an utter disappointment. It's been, I think, 2 out of 10 both weeks, as far as I was concerned. So I didn't have very big expectations for this one, and they were still completely not met. This was probably the first 0 out of 10 show I can review. I would probably go into the negatives if I could. So let's talk about what WWE are doing and how it's all gone wrong. First of all, I think it starts with the draft because SmackDown got the best of that draft for sure. They got Samoa Joe. Raw gets Jinder Mahal. Kind of terrible. They get Paige, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. I think they're all very good. They get Ruby Riott, which I like. Sarah Logan I don't like that much at all. Liv Morgan. They get Asuka on SmackDown. I mean, there's just a huge imbalance of power now. I think SmackDown has got a lot more talent. Raw has more people, but SmackDown has more talent. The show starts off, though, with Elias. He's in the ring. He's doing his Elias bit. He gets interrupted by Seth Rollins because Elias hit him with a guitar last week, and he's kind of making fun of that. Seth Rollins comes down. Jinder comes out of nowhere and attacks Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns then comes down, and it's kind of a free-for-all. Roman Reigns takes care of Elias, and Jinder Mahal. Angle comes to the opening and says, now you guys are going to have a tag match. So, of course, you have Rollins versus Reigns, Rollins and Reigns versus Mahal and Elias. And as per usual, Rollins is the best part of the match. You have two guys one that can't really work, one that's getting stale in Roman Reigns. Elias is decent, but I don't know that he's had a match yet that's really grabbed me. So the big story is the end of this match. Singh grabs a chair. He's going to hit Rollins with it. Runs into the ring. Rollins has the chair now. So Rollins drops the chair. Elias does a DDT to Rollins on the chair in front of the referee. The referee's shaking his hands. He's like doing this. He throws the chair out. Now normally this is a disqualification, but for some reason they just let it ride. So the only really decent segment, Rollins in a match, and not even the entire match, and you screw it up right off the bat. It makes no sense because any other match this would have been a disqualification. But Mahal and Elias get the win. Whatever. We all know that WWE doesn't fucking stick to the rules and the storylines that they make. But Jesus, man, you're fucking up disbelief completely when you do shit like that. And then you get Kurt Hawkins versus a local guy, James Harden, who is a no-face gay guy. Gay guy? No-face guy. And so it looks like Kurt Hawkins is finally going to get a win after his 199 losses. Baron Corbin comes down and interferes. And he hits the end of days on James Harden so that it disqualifies Kurt Hawkins. He's at loss 200. And James Harden's get the win. Of course, we don't care about him. Yeah, it was pointless to say the least. Like literally this whole match, this whole segment had no point to it. You get a very quick backstage thing with Rousey and Natalya, and it's showing Ronda Rousey trying to teach Natalya how to punch. And it's funny because, like, you see the separation between actual fighters and WWE stars, because you can see Ronda's punch, how she keeps her elbow tight, she's got a quick snap, and Natalya has no fucking clue how to actually punch. So that was interesting. Backstage, you get a segment with Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin. Kurt Angle's like, what the hell did you just do? Why did you do that? Baron Corbin's, don't worry about it. Then he gives Kurt Angle a note that's supposed to be from Stephanie McMahon saying that Baron Corbin is now constable for WWE Raw, which is basically the eyes and ears for Stephanie McMahon to make sure that things are going the way she sees fit. So great. Now we have this talentless fuck who is basically co-GM with Kurt Angle. There is nothing redeemable about Baron Corbin. He's got no personality. He's not good in the ring. And so now we get to see him every week. That's awesome. Nia Jax versus Natalya. This is Nia Jax trying to send a message to Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey's on commentary. The match is sloppy. The ending was terrible. Natalya finally gets Nia Jax down. Nia's in a seated position. Natalya does the thing where she kind of like does the step over and then, you know, acts like she twists her leg. She's hurt her knee. Nia Jax picks her up, gets her in the Samoan drop, gets the win. Ronda Rousey comes down, and there's this thing where Nia Jax is all concerned and Ronda Rousey's telling her to get the fuck away. And it goes nowhere again. Like, this is the worst built feud I have ever seen. Well, I won't say ever, but the worst built feud I've seen in a long time. You're feeding Ronda Rousey's career to Nia fucking Jax because even if she wins, Nia is shit as a wrestler. The feud has just been built horribly too, so yeah. Renee backstage with Bobby Roode after that. This is another terrible segment where Bobby Roode's going to face Braun Strowman later, and he's like, you know, I don't know that I'm looking to win, I'm just looking to survive. It makes Bobby Roode sound weak. It makes him look like he's a jobber. Horrible. Then you get Strowman versus Roode, which actually had some cool spots to it. I like Strowman. Roode, you know, he was cutting the big man down, making him look kind of strong there for a second. And they had a cool segment where Roode was setting a ladder up between the announce desk and the ring, kind of, you know, set up crossing the two. And then he gets Braun Strowman outside and he's running around the ring. He does his little roll under the ladder. And Bobby Roode's like, now what are you going to do? Because there's a ladder in between him. And Braun Strowman just smashes the ladder in half. Kind of cool visually. But of course, Strowman goes over, and, you know, I mean, you can't expect anything else other than that. After that, Charlie interviews Kevin Owens backstage. He's talking about Finn Balor. He's got the match later. He's going to win. No big deal. Then you get backstage with Natalya, Ronda Rousey, Nia Jax. Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax are arguing. Natalya's like, you know, it was a wrestling match, shit happens, I need some time by myself, and walks away and leaves those two just staring at each other. Again. And again, pointless. You're not building a feud here. I'm not interested in this match whatsoever. With Ronda Rousey that you just brought in, this huge fucking name, and I don't give a shit about this match. I really don't. I don't care about this fucking match. If Ronda wins or loses, I don't care. Awkward interview after that with Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt in the ring by Renee Young. Like I said, Matt Hardy's Woken gimmick has just become this like weird comical thing. It has none of the genuine artistic ability that went into broken Matt Hardy. It's sad to see it come to this. And Bray Wyatt and him just have kind of an awful promo in the ring. And then you have a tag team battle royal after that for the Raw Tag Team Championship #1 contendership. And you have pretty much all the teams from Raw out here. And the very, very first team to go is Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, which really just irked me because I think they should be the team to get through. I think they've got the talent for sure. Dolph Ziggler's got the experience. Drew McIntyre, he's coming in. He's fresh blood again. He's got a great look now. And all the other tag teams, honestly, in this ring, I mean, you got Heath Slater, Rhino, Titus Worldwide, the fucking Revival, which I'm actually not down on the Revival, but I mean, really no other fucking contenders for this fucking belt. The belts, I should say. And the B team wins. Bo Dallas and Curtis fucking Axel. Are you fucking kidding me? They're actually going through with this. That says it all. Fuck that segment. Another terrible Sami Zayn, Bobby Lashley segment after that. And I've realized part of what makes these segments terrible is that Sami Zayn, he started on a good note when he was working with Kevin Owens. His promos were getting decent. But now he's got this like really over the top fucking like ADD kid going on stick, and it's just god awful. And Bobby Lashley cannot save these segments for sure, so it just gets flushed down the toilet. It was pretty bad. Sami Zayn's talking about everything you do is a lie. I'm not even sure you were in the military, at which point Bobby Lashley loses his smile, takes his shirt off, and he just stands there and he doesn't say a word, and that was how they closed it out. Just terrible, man. Like, everything in this show so far has been bad or horrible. There has been no even slightly good. Charlie interviews Jinder Mahal backstage after that. He starts talking trash about Roman Reigns. Renee is interviewing Roman Reigns at the same time. And clearly the guys can hear each other. So, of course, they're kind of talking smack in different spots of the arena, supposedly. And then Roman Reigns says, you know what, I'm going to come shut your mouth. Takes off. They have a small fight backstage. Nobody cares. Roman Reigns is never going to be over if they keep doing it like this, and Jinder Mahal is nothing to be impressed with. After that, you get Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, Ember Moon versus Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan. You think this would be good on paper. But no. Right after Natalya tweaking her knee bit, Alexa does a tweaking her knee bit and then just leaves the match. So then it becomes Sasha Banks and Ember Moon versus the rest of the Riott Squad. Riott Squad, not bad. I'm not a big fan of Logan. Match was okay for what it was. Nothing special. At the end, Bayley comes down because Alexa leaves the other two high and dry. Jumps up on the apron, gets tagged in, gets the win on Sarah Logan. Now, of course, right away, my first response is, now you're just fucking throwing the rules right out because she just invites herself into the match and gets the win. Thankfully, they did save it with the next segment, which was Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin backstage. Baron Corbin says, you have to go tell Bayley, Sasha, and Ember that they didn't win because Bayley was never part of a match, so it leads to a disqualification, which means the Riott Squad wins. So, you get that segment right after Baron Corbin, where Kurt Angle has to go tell the girls that, you know, they didn't win the match because Bayley was never a part of it, and it's a disqualification. Okay, so, potentially the best match of the night is going to be at the end of the night. After the last 2.5 hours, I really don't give a shit about anything that WWE is putting on. And it's Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens. I'm half-heartedly paying attention at this point, to be honest. I couldn't tell you how good or bad the match was. I can tell you that they fucked up the ending. Kevin Owens, he kept going off on Finn Balor. He wouldn't break the 5 count when he was in the corner, stuff like that. And that's how they end the match. Finn Balor wins via disqualification, with Kevin Owens just keeps kicking Finn Balor while he's down in the corner. Great ending. After that, Kevin Owens gets a ladder, puts it in the middle of the ring, acts like he's going to do a frog splash off the ladder, and another horrible segment where Kevin Owens is acting like he's scared to jump halfway up the ladder for a frog splash. We've seen this guy do incredible shit. He's jumped from the ring post to the outside on ladders. He's done all kind of crazy shit. So that was just bad. It was just bad. Finn Balor gets up, pulls Kevin Owens down, throws him headfirst into the ladder, gets on the ladder, does a coup de grace from the top of the ladder. Almost the top. Grabs a briefcase, symbolically wins. The match, like I said, I just wasn't into it after everything else they put on. This gets an absolute 0 for me, and I would go into the negatives. It was realistic. Realistically, though, this show was not worth any points. The rating on this show is abysmal. I am not renewing my WWE Network, so Money in the Bank I'm probably not going to do a review for because I'm not putting my money into this shit. And I'm probably not going to watch Raw next week. 3 weeks in a row, they had 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10, and now a 0. It's gotten terrible. So, I may quit watching Raw altogether. I like SmackDown. I like what they've been doing with some of the things there. So I'll probably keep checking that out. But as far as Raw, I'm kind of done. I'm over it. Like, it's a bunch of garbage. They have finally officially gotten me to the point where I don't want to watch wrestling anymore. And I've been a fan since 86, 85, 86. That's a long time to be a fan and finally say, you know what, you guys have fucked this product up so bad, I don't even want to look at it anymore. So that's where I'm at. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments. Did you see this and absolutely think it sucked as bad as I did? Or is there anything that you liked about it? If there is, God bless you. But, yeah, I didn't. I definitely did not. So if you enjoyed the review, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwitz. Cage Nation out.